Hello, and welcome to Real Talk English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. Hello, everyone. It is good to be with you today.
How are you feeling this morning, Paul?
I am feeling okay, Emily. A little tired, but calm. It is raining outside my window.
Oh, I love the sound of rain. It makes everything feel slower.
Yes, it is a good day for hot coffee. I'm drinking a dark roast today. What about you?
I have my green tea. I need something gentle today. My mind feels a little busy.
A busy mind needs a quiet moment.
That is true. Before we start our conversation, I just want to say, if you enjoy these conversations, you're welcome to subscribe. We love having you here.
Yes, thank you for listening. So, Emily, you said your mind is busy. Why is that?
Well, Paul, it connects to our topic today. Today, we are talking about the news.
Ah, the news. That is a big topic.
It is. I made a mistake this morning.
What did you do?
The first thing I did when I woke up was look at my phone. I checked the news headlines.
Ah, yes, the headlines. Those are the titles of the news stories.
Exactly. And reading them immediately, it woke me up, but not in a good way. It made me feel anxious.
Anxious. That means feeling worried or nervous.
Yes, there is so much happening in the world. Sometimes it feels like too much information.
I understand. We carry the whole world in our pockets now, on our phones.
Do you check the news often, Paul?
I try not to check it in the morning. I like to start my day with silence or music.
That is very wise. Wise means smart and experienced.
I don't know if I am wise, but I know myself. If I read bad news at 7 a.m., my coffee doesn't taste as good.
That is a good way to say it.
But it is important to know what is happening, right? We want to be informed.
Yes, informed means knowing the facts. We don't want to ignore the world.
So it is a balance.
Exactly. It's a balance between knowing enough and knowing too much.
How do you usually get your news, Emily? Do you watch TV?
Rarely. TV news is very loud. They often speak very fast.
And the music on TV news is always dramatic. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, it makes my heart beat fast. I prefer reading. I can read slowly.
That is a good point. When you read, you control the speed.
What about you? Do you read newspapers? Like paper ones?
Sometimes on the weekend, there is something nice about holding a newspaper.
It feels nostalgic.
Yes, but usually I just listen to the radio in my car.
The radio is nice. It feels like a human voice talking to you.
Exactly. But Emily, do you ever feel like the news is always negative?
All the time. It feels like only bad things happen.
Why do you think that is?
I think maybe bad news travels faster. People pay attention to danger.
That is true. It is human nature. We look for problems so we can fix them.
But sometimes we cannot fix them, and that makes us feel sad.
Helpless. That's the word. When you want to help, but you can't.
Yes, helpless. That is a heavy feeling for a Tuesday morning.
It is. So maybe we need to change how we look at the news.
I think you are right. We need a new strategy.
So, Emily, let's talk about that strategy. How can we manage the news better?
Well, I learned a new phrase recently, doom scrolling.
Oh, that is a modern phrase. Can you explain it?
Sure, doom means something very bad or terrible, and scrolling is moving your finger up and down on your phone screen.
So, doom scrolling is looking at bad news for a long time?
Yes, you just keep scrolling and scrolling, looking for more bad stories. You can't stop.
I think many of us do that. It is almost addictive.
It is. So my first rule now is set a timer.
A timer?
Yes, I give myself 10 minutes, I check the updates, then I put the phone away.
That is very practical. Updates are the new pieces of information.
Exactly. Once I have the updates, I stop. I don't need to read the same sad story 5 times.
That is true. Repetition makes it feel worse.
Paul, do you ever talk about the news with your friends?
Sometimes, but I am careful.
Why are you careful?
Because news can be a sensitive topic. People have different opinions.
That is very true. Sensitive means people can get upset easily.
Yes, I prefer to talk about facts, not arguments. I don't like arguing.
Me neither. I like peaceful conversations, like this one.
Yes, this is safe.
But sometimes talking helps. If a news story makes me sad, telling you about it helps me process it.
Process. That means to understand your feelings.
Yes, if I keep it inside, it feels heavy. If I say, Paul, this story made me cry, and you say, I understand, then I feel better.
Sharing the burden.
Exactly.
There is another type of news we often forget.
What is that?
Local news. The news in our own city or town.
Oh, you are right. I usually look at global news, the whole world.
Global news is often big and scary, but local news can be simpler.
Like a new park opening?
Yes, or the weather report, or a school event.
Or a lost cat that was found.
Yes, exactly. That's news too.
That is positive news. We forget to look for that.
We do. We focus on the storms, but we miss the rainbows.
That is poetic, Paul.
Thank you. But seriously, looking for local news makes me feel connected to my community.
Community. The people who live near you?
Yes. If I know there's a festival in town, I feel happy. If I only read about wars far away, I feel lonely.
I never thought about it that way. Global news disconnects us. Local news connects us.
I think so.
I want to try that. Maybe this week I will only read the local paper.
You might find it boring, but a good kind of boring.
Peaceful boring.
Exactly.
Do you think it's okay to take a break from news completely?
Absolutely.
For how long?
Maybe a weekend, a news fast.
Like fasting from food?
Yes. No news for 48 hours. The world will still be there when you come back.
That sounds scary, but also wonderful.
You should try it. You might sleep better.
I think I will. Paul, I have been thinking about what you said, about the rainbows.
Yes?
I started to notice something. When I look for bad news, I find it.
That is how algorithms work on the internet. They show you what you look for.
Right, but I realized that the opposite is true too.
What do you mean?
If I look for good news, I can find it, but I have to try harder.
It doesn't come to you automatically?
No, the loud news is usually bad. The quiet news is usually good.
That is a profound thought, Emily. Profound means deep.
I realized that news isn't just what happens on TV. News is what happens in real life.
Can you give me an example?
Well, yesterday, my neighbor helped an old man carry his groceries.
That is nice.
It was a small moment, no camera crews, no reporters, but it was an event. It happened.
It was a good news story just for you.
Yes, and I felt warm seeing it. I realized that millions of good things happen every day.
People falling in love,
Babies being born.
flowers blooming, someone cooking a good meal for their family.
Yes, that is all news. It just doesn't make the headlines.
I like this perspective. We are our own reporters.
Exactly. We can choose what stories we tell ourselves.
If we tell ourselves the world is scary, we will be scared.
But if we notice the kindness, kindness means being friendly and helpful.
Yes, if we notice kindness, we feel hopeful.
Hopeful, that is my favorite word today.
It is a strong word.
I feel that we have a responsibility to find the hope.
A responsibility?
Yes, to keep our own hearts soft. If we only watch the tragedy, we become hard. We become cynical.
Cynical. That means you don't trust people. You think everything is bad.
I don't want to be cynical, Paul. I want to be open.
So the realization is you have to curate your news.
Curate, like a museum.
Yes, a museum curator chooses which paintings to put on the wall. You must choose which stories to put in your mind.
That is beautiful. I am the curator of my mind.
You are, so don't fill your museum with trash.
That is very practical advice.
Put some beautiful art in there. Put some stories of heroes.
Heroes are everywhere, not just in movies.
Doctors, teachers, parents.
Even simple things, like someone stopping to let a duck cross the road.
Have you seen that?
Yes, on the internet. It made me smile for an hour.
That is the best kind of news.
It is. It reminds us that life is gentle too. Life is not just conflict.
So the lesson is clear. The news on the screen is not the whole picture.
No, it is just a tiny slice, a tiny piece of the pie.
And we can choose to look at the rest of the pie.
I am getting hungry now.
Me too.
Well, Emily, this has been a very helpful conversation for me.
For me too, Paul. I feel less anxious than I did this morning.
Let's recap what we talked about.
Sure. First, we talked about the habit of checking news too much, especially in the morning.
We learned words like headlines, doom scrolling, and updates.
Then we talked about balance, setting a timer, not reading news all day long.
And we talked about sources, finding local news, finding positive stories.
And finally, we realized that we are the curators. We choose what to focus on.
We choose hope over fear.
It sounds simple, but it takes practice.
It does. It is a mental habit.
Paul, I want to ask our listeners a question. I am very curious today.
Go ahead.
We want to build a little collection of good news right here.
Oh, I like that idea.
So, listeners, our question for you is, what is one piece of good news from your life recently?
It can be very small.
Yes, maybe you passed a test. Maybe your child learned a new word. Maybe you saw a beautiful sunset.
Or maybe you just had a really good cup of coffee.
Exactly. Please share it in the comments. We want to read good news.
Writing in the comments is great practice for your English. Don't worry about being perfect. Just share your story.
We read them, and they make us happy.
They do.
Well, Paul, I think my tea is finished.
And the rain is stopping outside.
Look at that. The sun is trying to come out.
A little bit of good news from the sky.
Yes. Before we go, just a gentle reminder. If you liked this calm space we created, please remember to subscribe to Real Talk English.
It helps us reach more people who need a quiet moment to learn.
Thank you for spending your time with us. We know time is precious.
We appreciate you.
I feel ready to start my day now. No doom scrolling.
Just living.
Just living. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Emily.
Take care, everyone. Be kind to yourselves.
Goodbye for now.